I've tried more than 40 different brokers, and in this video I'm going to tell you why in my opinion GateFX is by far the best forex broker for beginners. More specifically, first I'm gonna give you an overview of this broker, then I'm going to log in my account to give you a tour of the backend and to show you all the instruments that you can trade and the spreads that you can expect to get, and finally I'm going to tell you what in my opinion are all the pros and cons about this broker. If at any point during this video you also would like to try GateFX, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. Using that link will allow you to create an account taking advantage of any bonus or promotion currently available. So, if you're serious about using the best forex broker for beginners, I suggest use that link. And now, let's start with the video. So, I'm currently on the home page of GateFX, and as you can see, this broker allows you to trade global markets and pay less per trade. And if we start scrolling down, we can also see a few of the main features of this broker, like for example that you have access to 1 to 1000 leverage on MetaTrader 5 and Trade Locker. You can enjoy zero commission trading on their STP account. You can trade raw spreads with tier 1 liquidity, you have access to 24/7 real humor customer support, and you can trade over 300 different assets across global markets, and finally you can take advantage of their unlimited 100% deposit bonus. When it comes to trading accounts, currently GateFX offers 3 different types of account. You can pick between a 100% deposit bonus account, an ECN raw spread account, and an STP standard account. So when it comes to the 100% deposit bonus account, this account is available both on MetaTrader 5 and Trade Locker, and later on the video, when I log in inside my account, I'm going to show you exactly how to access it. When it comes to spread, they start from 1.0 pips, the commission is $15 flat per lot traded, the maximum leverage is up to 1 to 500, the execution is STP direct, the minimum deposit is only $10, and you can trade Forex, metals, indices, and energies. When it comes to the ECN raw spread account, this specific account has spread starting at 0.0 pips, commission are flat $7 per lot traded, the maximum leverage is up to 1 to 1000, the minimum deposit for this specific account is $500, you can use it both on MetaTrader 5 and Trade Locker, and you can trade Forex, metals, indices, crypto, energies, US and EU stocks and futures. Finally, we have the STP standard account. This specific account has spread starting at 1.0 pips. The commission is $0, so this means that opening and closing a trade is completely free. The maximum leverage is up to 1 to 500. The execution is STP direct. The minimum deposit is only $100. This account is available on MetaTrader 5 and Trade Locker. And when it comes to assets, you can trade Forex, metal, indices, crypto, energies, US and EU stocks, and futures. Lastly, I would like to add that GateFX is proudly regulated by the FSCA, and one of the criteria that a broker needs to follow to receive this specific regulation is practicing segregation of funds. And this basically means that whatever amount you deposit inside GateFX is going to be held in a separate bank account from the one of the broker, and as a result, all your money are always going to be secured and protected, and no matter what happened to this specific broker, you're always going to be able to withdraw them safely. After you register on GateFX, you're going to be redirected inside your dashboard, and here, as you can see, you're going to have an overview of all your trading accounts and also of your wallet. And before start trading, the first thing that you're going to need to do is complete the Know Your Customer verification. But don't worry, because this is just a formality, since GateFX accepts traders from all over the world, no matter where you are located. But once you completed the Know Your Customer verification, at this point you're gonna be ready to trade. And the first thing you're gonna need to do is open a live account. So here at the top, as you can see, you have 3 different buttons that will allow you to open a demo account, open a live account, and deposit fund. So if you click here where it says open a live account, and here you're gonna have the opportunity to select which type of account you want. And as you can see, when it comes to MetaTrader 5, the deposit bonus that you're going to receive is 125%. So this means that whatever amount you deposit inside this account is gonna be more than doubled. So let's say, for example, that we would like to pick this account, we just need to select it, then we need to select the leverage that we want to have, let's say for example 1 to 500, select the currency, click on continue, and the account is gonna be created. The same exact things also work for Trade Locker. So for example, if we want to trade with this specific trading platform, we just need to select it, click on continue. At this point we can select the type of account that we want, and as you can see, for Trade Locker the deposit bonus is 100%. So for example, let's select the specific account, let's select the currency, click on continue, and the account is gonna be created. At this point, we're gonna need to deposit funds so that we can trade with our new account. And to do so, we just need to go here where it says deposit fund, click on this button, and as you can see, you're gonna have the opportunity to select the wallet where you want to deposit money and also the deposit method. As you can see, currently GateFX only support cryptocurrencies, both for deposit and also for withdrawals. And personally, I find that this is actually a pro rather than a cons, simply because using cryptocurrency, this means that all your withdrawals and your deposit are gonna be basically instant, and most importantly, they're gonna be available 365 days of the year, 24/7. Talking about withdrawals, if I go here where it says transaction history, I would like to show you all the successful withdrawals that I was able to do with this broker. So as you can see, these are all the withdrawals that I was able to make with GateFX. As you can see, the status of all of them is approved, and the payment system that I use is crypto. And personally, I never had to wait more than 10 to 15 minutes between the time I submitted the withdrawals and the time that the crypto actually arrived in my wallet. So personally, I was pleasant satisfied, and I couldn't recommend more this specific withdrawal method. Now, if you move here on the left side of the screen, you can see the main menu of GateFX. What I like is that this menu is really beginner friendly. In fact, there are not a lot of things that you can select, and everything that you find here is exactly what you need. So for example, if you click here on account, as you can see, you're gonna have the opportunity to open a demo account, open a live account, and have an overview of all your accounts. Instead, if you click on funds, you're gonna have the opportunity to deposit and withdraw funds, transfer funds between accounts, see the transaction history, which is what you're seeing right now, and also add or remove different payment details. Then we have the section related to your profile. Here you're gonna have the opportunity to change all the information related to your profile, see all the agreements that you signed when you joined GateFX, see if you have any message from the customer support, open a customer support ticket using the help desk, set up your two-factor authentication so that you can increase the security of your account, and then you have the opportunity to do the email and phone verification. If you click here on downloads, as you can see, you're gonna have the opportunity to download all the trading platforms supported by GateFX. In fact, you can download Trade Locker for Windows, iOS, macOS, and Android, and you can also download MetaTrader 5 for iOS, desktop, and Android. Below the download section, you have the section related to contest. As you can see, currently is empty, but personally I recommend you to check it at least once a week, because for example, in the latest contest that GateFX organized, you had the opportunity to win a MacBook Pro. So it's always nice to be up to date with the latest contest. Below the contest section, we have the economic calendar. Personally, this is nothing new or groundbreaking. In fact, most other brokers also give you access to this type of information, but in case you don't know any other website where you can get access to the latest news that are going to influence the market, it's nice that you can access from them. And if you go here on the right, you also have the opportunity to filter them. Like, let's say for example that you would like to see only high impact news, you can then click on apply, and as you can see, currently there are no upcoming events. Below, we also have the information section where you can basically find a few how-to videos. These are mainly related to how to use the trading platform, and the same videos are also in the form of articles. So if you prefer to read instead of watch a video, you can access them also in that way. So now that I give you a full tour of the backend of GateFX, let me log in inside my account so that I can give you an idea of all the instruments that you can trade and the spreads that you can expect to get. So this is my live Trade Locker account that I have with GateFX, and if we move here on the right side, as you can see, currently we're looking at the Forex major, and in my opinion the spreads are pretty good. In fact, for example, when it comes to Euro USD, the spread is currently 1, USD JPY also the spread is currently 1, USD CAD the spread is 6, and it is actually the highest in this entire list. JBP USD the spread is 1, AUD USD the spread is 1, and also USD Swiss franc the spread is around 1 or 2. So when it comes to Forex majors, the spreads are really competitive. Now let's look, for example, at Forex minors. Also in this case, as you can see, the spreads are pretty good. In fact, most of them are single digit. Let's look, for example, at Euro JBP. The spread is currently 1. JBP JPY, the spread is currently 6 or 7, which in my opinion is pretty competitive, especially when you consider that this pair is highly volatile and certain traders even compare it to gold. CAD JPY, the spread is is around 4 or 5. Euro CAD, the spread is around 6, 7 or 8. Euro JPY, the spread is around 4 or 5. Euro AUD, the spread is around 3 or 2. AUD JPY, the spread is around 4. So overall, also when it comes to Forex miners, the spread are really competitive. Now let's look for example at gold, which is probably the most popular metals among all of them. And as you can see here, when it comes to gold, the spread is around 12, 9. So I would say most of the time, personally, I found that the spread on gold was single digits when it comes to GateFX, and in period of higher volatility, the spread may be double digit, but also on the lower end. So as you can see, this is probably the most common spread that you can expect to get for these specific metals. And beside Forex and metals, as you can see, the list of pairs that you can trade is pretty extensive. So for example, if I click on US share, here you can see all the list of US share that you can trade. They are currently of this color because the US market is closed, so you cannot trade them, but as soon as the market is gonna open, all of these are gonna be available. When it comes instead to AU share, as you can see, if I click on them, they are currently available because the AU market is open and you can trade all of them. Of course, don't expect to get access to all the AU share or all the US share, but you can definitely trade the biggest one. You also have access to energies. As you can see here, we have natural gas, and you also have US oil and UK oil. Then you also have access to indices, and as you can see also in this case, you cannot trade all the indices but the main one. Like for example, you have access to the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, UK 100, France 40, Japan, Germany, US 30. So as you can see, you can trade the major indices. So overall, I would say that when it comes to pairs, GateFX give you access to a big selection, which in my opinion is perfect for a beginner that maybe still have to figure it out which is his favorite pair to trade, and at the same time also the trading conditions that you get are pretty competitive. So now that I give you a full overview of GateFX, let me tell you what in my opinion are all the pros and cons of this broker. So the first pro of GateFX is definitely the user-friendly interface. In fact, as I show you while I was touring my account, the interface is really user-friendly, it's perfect for a beginner because it's not overwhelming. You just get access to everything that you need to create an account, deposit funds, trade, and then withdraw your profit. So in my opinion, this is a huge pro. The second pro of this broker is the fact that they give you access to fast deposit and withdrawals. In fact, personally, I never had to wait more than 10 to 15 minutes before the money that I deposited were accredited inside my account and before the money that I withdraw were deposited inside my crypto wallet. And in my opinion, this is a huge pro because it means that you're gonna be able to start trading really fast, and at the same time, you're also gonna get access to all your profits at the same speed. Contrary to a lot of other brokers where depositing funds is really easy and fast, while when it comes to withdrawals, you have to jump through a lot of different hoops before you can get access to your money. With GateFX, this is not going to happen. The third pro of this broker is definitely the deposit bonus. In fact, as I show you, if you decide to trade using TradeLocker or MetaTrader 5, you're gonna get access to either a 100% or a 125% deposit bonus, which in my opinion is huge, and there are really few brokers that give you access to this type of deposit. And especially if you are a beginner, this is gonna come really handy because it means that whatever amount you have is gonna get immediately doubled, giving you access to more trading capital. The fourth and last pro of GateFX is the fact that they are regulated. In fact, as I show you, GateFX is regulated by the FSCA, and one of the criteria of this regulation is the segregation of funds. So not only you are trading with a regulated broker, but you can also be ensured that every single dollar that you deposit inside of it is gonna be segregated, is gonna be protected, and you're always gonna get access to it. Now let's talk about the cons of GateFX. Personally, the only cons that I found while using this broker is the fact that TradingView is not available, and this is probably only a cons for beginners because TradingView is one of the platforms with the most easy to understand and user-friendly interface on the entire market. So if you are an experienced trader, this is probably not gonna be a con for you. But to be completely fair, in case you like to trade using user-friendly interface, in my opinion, you won't have any problem trading with TradeLocker. In fact, that trading platform take their charts directly from TradingView. So even if the branding is gonna be a bit different, at the core, the trading experience is gonna be exactly the same. So there you have it. This was my review of GateFX and why I think it is the best Forex broker for beginners. As I told at the beginning, if you also would like to try them, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. Using that link will allow you to create an account, taking advantage of any bonus or promotion currently available. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and until next time, happy trades!